sure everything is set the hell up. This way I can keep up with everything I'm looking for. There we go. Alright. We are livity live, so that's decent. There's that, making sure my stream is up, my Twitch and everything. Oh, that's that. Okay. Let me make sure everything is set. Alright. Oops, shit. Then we're going to copy this. Alright. Let's pin that manually and pin that. Alright, everything's pinned. We are in chat, ready to roll. Alright, now let's expand this so I can see that chat more. Good. Very good. Very good. Alright, so we are set and ready to roll. And now we can get right back to work. So what did I do yesterday? Pretty simple. I made a follower mechanic. Or I've been working on the follower. Now the follower will fight enemies where they appear. So long as they're within range, that is. So let's test it out and take a look at how it works. It always takes a bit longer to boot whenever I'm on stream. I need to bring my notebook in so I can work on that. Alrighty. If you're in the chat now, Twitch or Kick, head on over to Twitch. If you're not, we are one follower away from hitting affiliate. So if you could go over to that and hit follow on that, that would be awesome. I would greatly appreciate it. Let's see. What's this do? Nothing. Okay. Alrighty. Alright, so yeah, the follower does that. Now we gotta set a mechanic for the follower to die whenever they take damage. Okay. So we have follower stats right here. Need to set an animation for the animator. So let's go animator, anim, go right to here. Anim equals get component animator. Alright, if FHP is less than equal to 0. We put in a bool here. Bool is dead. Is dead equals true. If is dead, anim dot play death, and then we're going to start a coroutine, or we can just do a regular timer here. Let's see, basic destroy timer, timer equals get components. Oops, shit. Basic destroy timer, timer dot enabled equals true. Alright, so let's save all. Quite a simple little run here. Alright. I always do love this background music. It gets kind of slightly blocked on Facebook slightly in some countries, but generally it's pretty safe. I ate a little bit ago, so thankfully we won't have that kind of problem where I have to stop every couple minutes to eat something. But in an hour we will take a lunch so I can go heat up a cup of ramen and do all that nonsense. While I'm thinking about it here. Alright. So we need to go into the animator of the... Here. Okay. Why is it not moving? Huh. Interesting. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. There we go, but... Huh. Let's save this, and we're going to reopen it. Because for whatever reason, my mouse is not being read as a sensitivity. Let's save. Yeah, for some reason it's not registering. Turn that off. Alright, set that there. Alright, yeah, let's launch it up again, because for whatever reason, it wasn't registering my scroll wheel, like, holding. Excuse me. So, it's just booting up again if you're wondering why there's a big old empty black box up there in the corner. Just gotta give a second to reload. Alright. It's gonna take, like, maybe a minute. Well, regardless, let's see. So we need to actually go here. Let's go right here. If no, it's got to be up there. If timer dot timer less than equal to 0, destroy fill fill dot game object. There you go. So at least we got that set. Just waiting for it to boot back up is all. Oh my god, don't show me again. Jesus fuck. There we go. Yep, it's booting back up, thankfully. Alright. There we go, that's better. Alright. There we go. Alright, so let's create a state. Empty. Death. Now let's look up a decent death animation. Let's shut you off. Look up a decent death animation here. see. Let's see what this one looks like. Nah, we want it to be a little... charge, combat idle, load, death. See what this one looks like. That looks alright. Alright, so there's that. Mirror key. Does not loop. Alright, so now we need to go into her object. Let me just rephrase that. Jesus Christ. Alright, so you need to go to follower test here and add basic destroy timer. Set it to 2.5 and disable it. Now let's test it out. Alright. God, I'm just so happy with this Erebus. Oh, this Wednesday morning we will not be streaming. Alright, let's... Alright. Let's make sure she takes a hit here. Alright. Okay, so I need to do all this stuff here. MGR equals get components. Follower manager. MGR dot enabled equals false. There we go. That should do it. So we're going to go to the follower and have her HP be like 10. Just so she dies, and then eventually the skeleton will change his priority target to the player. Shit. Shit. The phone just vibrated. It's a little choppy. And so it's taking a big chunk out of her. Skeleton. Let's go to his enemy combat. Alright, so we need to go into the enemy combat here. Alright, deal damage. Let's see. Let's see, attack distance. Let's see, deal damage. Where is it? There we go. If, let's see, follower is less than or equal to 0. Target equals null. Now let's go up to here. If move script dot target, oops, dot f or dot, let's see, HP is less than or equal to 0. Target equals null. Let's go to enemy movement now. Let's see here. Alright, so let's go back to enemy combat, make sure that that's running smoothly. Let's see. So let's do this here. So let's now go into the follower, set her hit points to be low so she gets killed and the player eventually becomes the stat. Well, we might want to check this out. Alright, let's go into the follower test. Set her hit points to 20. Alright, let's test it out. Alrighty. Alright. Target. Alright. Let's see. Target, alright. Alright. Let's try it again. We are going to look at his target here. So we're going to go into enemy combat here. So this is update. Alright, so alright. Let's see here. So now we need to go to, let's go to enemy movement here. Sometimes I'm feeling high, but sometimes I'm feeling low. I wanna stay inside, I could call my bed my home. I've been trapped inside my mind, that's what keeps me in the if let's see, targets equals no, fucking headphone jack. There we go. Okay. If f distance is less than distance. Let's do copy or cut, sorry. Else if distance is less than f distance. Here, let's take that. Just cut that out.
She says that she loves me, she just wants to fuck me. Got me feeling something, got me feeling nothing.
Let's see, as a matter of fact.
Says she thinks I'm funny, think I might get lucky. Spending too much money, she says she wants my necklace. Put her on the gas.
Alright.
Hope I don't regret this, hope I don't regret this.
Target equals player. Player dot position. Let's see. Let's see what target here is. Let's see. In combat dot target equals player. Let's see. Let's see. She's sitting up in the front of the class, using that ass. She gonna pass, keeping her pad in her pen in her lap. Let's see. This is probably all ugly. What's up, Vibes? How you doing, boss? How you doing, big man? Glad to see you. Always glad to see you. Distance less than equal to threat range. N combat dot target equals player. There we go. I am doing fantastic. I got a belly full of ramen. I'm on the ball here. Everything feels awesome. For all of you on Kick, let me go ahead and post my for all you guys on Kick, I am going to post my Twitch. Head over there, hit the follow. We are literally one away from affiliate. So there's that. Alrighty. So let's try this here. Let's see. Alright, so let's put this here. What you up to today, Vibes? right there. Alrighty. Man, I'm stretchy. Ah. Oh, it's locked. That's right. It's stuck. You doing a game with one of your friends? A 2D game? Oh, awesome! That is fantastic. What's it going to be about? What's the plot, or what's the basic concept, genre, idea, plan, all that good stuff? Tell me all about it. I promise not to steal your idea. You didn't start yet until... Make sure I'm reading that all the way. You didn't start yet until 9:30 Spain time, or 19:30, so that would be... Why is it not swinging at me? 9:30, 7:30? 7:30 Spain time? Am I right on that? Alright, so his target is me. Okay. Current distance is less, so it should be in range. Okay, so that's alright. He's facing the target. Then we're going to go into enemy combat. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. 17:44. So it's 5:44. Spain time. Am I correct on that? PM, right? Yeah, it's military time right there. So if he's targeted... this is can range. Move script out engaged. Yeah, okay, good. Making sure my math and everything is right. Okay, it's engaged. Let's see. So he's engaged. Hit dot transform equals null. Hit. Let's see. Where? Let's restart that because it says I'm there. This is confusing as hell. Have you any idea what kind of game you guys are going to be making? Like what kind of, like what genre or anything? Or is it for like is it for a game jam and everything's themed and they don't release the theme until it starts? Which I think is kind of dumb. But that's just me. Alright. Let's go right to here. He's busy right now, so he can't do it till the time I said. Oh, I didn't know if it was like for a jam or something. Because on some occasions, jams will, let's see, jams will, not release their theme until the jam starts if they have a theme. So, yeah. That's just the thing. Okay, so it's just a standard game. What's up, Conan? I have been alright. I've seen you go live on Kick a few times, but every time you're live on Kick, I am at work, and I can't watch. But I do know I have seen your things. I don't have Kick on my phone, so I get email notifications. Yeah, if I'm not working on a certain day and one of my followers is up and running, if nothing else, I'll get on there and lurk so as to increase your chances in the algorithm. Let's see. Targeted. Is targeted public? Targeted is private. So let's take a look at debug. Alright, so it is targeted, so let's continue to let this go. Yeah. Well, if I'm working or if I'm in the middle of something, like if I'm skating with my nephew or if I'm in the middle of a Warhammer game, there we go. There we go, that's better. I don't know what the hell I did. Let me ask you a question, Conan. Are you a Warhammer guy? Is this a new game? This is actually my primary RPG project. I've been working on this on and off in various iterations, graphical iterations, gameplay iterations, for about 6 years. This is the graphics, gameplay style, and everything that I've settled on. So I'm just really big on this. This is something I've been working on for a very long time. As a matter of fact, the prototype is out. One of the pinned comments, the pinned comment should have the prototype available for you to play. You've played the hell out of the Warhammer video games, but never into the real game. Oh, it's worth it, my guy. It's worth it. There we go. Why does it do that? Why did it take forever to hit me? It's interesting. Me and my friends will be doing a new segment on Wednesday nights called Warhammer Wednesday, where we will be just doing something Warhammer related. Our first thing is going to be watching a battle report from a random channel and kind of giving our comments, critiques, and reacting to it, which is really cool. They're all excited for it, so yeah. I'm a big Warhammer guy. And I build and paint minis for my army. As a matter of fact, I don't know if this is in focus. I'm making a custom Erebus for my Word Bearers army for 40k. And that guy's made with several different parts from several different kits. Luckily, I got all of it for free because I sold off some of my shit. I sold off a Knight and 2 Contemptor Dreadnoughts that I am not using anymore. Let's see. That's why it's not counting down. Okay. I got it. Alright, so let's go to enemy combat here. Deal damage. Let's see. Attack interval. Is it attack interval or attack timer that counts? Attack timer. Attack timer equals 0. This way it doesn't take forever to do its thing. Let's see. Because that was the issue. It worked just fine. The issue was it was constantly counting down and all that good jazz. Yeah, I've been working on that idea to make a 40k style Erebus for a couple weeks now. I've been thinking of what I'm going to do, what he's going to look like. So I settled on this, and I'll be honest, the whole inspiration for how he looks the way he does is because I have a Master of Possessions, which is an entirely different model. He's in one of my boxes, so I can't get him out at the moment. And Master of Possession has gloves on, and the Erebus 30k mini has gloves on rather than the metal gauntlets. And I looked at that thing, and I'm like, I could totally do it with this. So I just thought about it and decided to do it. And it turned out really, really well. It took a lot of cutting and conversion work, but it turned out really, really well. And I posted it on my 40k Instagram, and people were saying that it was better. It looks better than the 30K Erebus official mini. He is made using the Master of Possessions staff hand and staff up to about the top and very start at the bottom. The Master of Possessions left hand, which has the skull that's on fire. Master of Possessions backpack. And then he's made using the Legionary chest and legs, as well as half of the staff hand and shoulder pads. The head is from a Horus Heresy tank upgrade kit. The thing he's standing on, the big rock, is from the Possessed kit, as is the Chaos icon at the top of the staff. Bottom part of the staff is made using the Ashwaste Nomad leader thing, chain glaive staff. Wow, that looks wrong. I'm glad that's not on camera. And the book is from a Terminator Chaos Lord kit thing. That's just the book that you can hang off to the side. I originally had that on top of a Terminator Lord, and it just kept falling off, so I'm like, fuck it. So I put it on top of the staff, and it looks amazing. Alright, so we're going to go to this, and let's try this again. Make sure this works. I've got a lot of minis to work on, like a ton. There's a tournament, a charity tournament in July called the 1776. It benefits military missions in action. I try to go to that every year. I don't have a history of military in my family. No, wait, yes I do. My grandfather was in the Navy, and he actually deciphered Soviet signals in a submarine. So, got that in my family. That's why we have the veterans thing, the veterans insurance, which I can't remember to save my life. What's interesting about my grandfather is I know a lot of military parents, a lot of military people, and all of the military people I know are, like, relatively strict. They can get angry sometimes, which I'm sure is from the PTSD. And they, like, have a strict regimen and that kind of thing. They're very rigid for the most part, and I think that's just the coming down, I guess, from the military. They tend to be, very much so pro-military. You just watched Das Boot. Yeah, the idea of being underwater for extended periods of time with a handful or just one other person, days, weeks, maybe a month or so. I don't know how long my grandfather was in a submarine. I'll have to ask him that. But my grandfather, one of the kindest, nicest, and fun people it's ever to be around. It's hard for me to... It's hard to meet, to, like, talk to this man and realize that he was in the military and the Navy deciphering Soviet, signals to Soviet, like, Morse code and radio signals and stuff. I don't know the extent to which he did. But to know that he was military... And he is, you would never know unless he said something, because he doesn't have he doesn't have pictures. He doesn't have pictures or frames or anything of him in the military. The only way I figured it out is because my Uncle Ben posted on his Facebook, and it had I knew that my grandfather was in the military because we got this special insurance, which I think it's USAA. Which we get it because my grandfather was in the military and he has it, and his descendants up to his grandchildren, I think, can get it, and I'm one of them. Which is car insurance and health insurance and stuff like that, which I need to get on the health insurance, but it's just a matter of being able to afford it. And I got his smarts. Maybe my grandfather is hella intelligent, but he's a goofball. One of the funniest things about my grandfather and my father and I is we could be in the same room, and yeah, it goes down pretty far generations. I don't quite know how far it goes, but I know that I can get it. So I don't know if it's grandchildren or great-grandchildren. I don't know. I don't know how far it goes. But one of the funniest things is you have me and my grandfather and my dad in a room. We can have entire paragraph-long conversations without saying a word. It's all just facial expressions. Like, I go to my grandparents every couple of months. They live in Ohio, I'm in North Carolina, and I drive up there with my dad. It's about a 16-hour drive, and honestly, the drive does not bother me. I love the drive. The only time the drive ever bothers me is whenever I stay till, like, the last day possible, and then I have to drive home and work the next day, which has happened more often than I care to admit. And I'm trying to get home before a certain time at night so I can take my meds and go to bed. And I get up for work the next day. That's the only time the drive ever gets to me. Other than that, the drive never bothers me. Especially the drive up there where I get to see mountains and stuff. But I go up there every couple of months, see my grandparents, and me, my grandmother, my grandfather, and my dad will often just sit at the table. My grandmother likes to talk, and she likes to talk about stuff. Usually family or related to her garden club that she has. And I'll sit up there and me, my dad, my grandfather just have entire conversations with nothing but facial expressions. It's hilarious. It's honestly one of the funniest things you could ever see. They live on a farm, big farm. It's not, like rows and rows of corn and stuff farm. But it's like they have a big barn that's been around since the Civil War, I think it was. I think there's still bullet holes in it from the musket shots. Big barn full of stuff. They have a bunch of animals. I think they have a bunch of sheep, and I know they have chickens. And they used to have horses, but that's kind of something that's fallen off in recent years. And they always have a dog. They had one dog, Zuli, who was a Great White Pyrenees. They've had a bunch of dogs over the years, ever since I was a kid. And what's really ironic is Zuli, who was the first Great White Pyrenees, they had big dog. Jesus, huge dog. So big that she could rest her head on the kitchen table without putting any strain on her neck. And I think Zuli and Zinch, my old cat, who was an all-black cat. Zuli was all white, and Zinch was all black, and I think they were only a few days apart in terms of their birthdays. But Zuli was a big girl, and Zuli died on their way to the vet whenever she was having issues. And then in less than 24 hours, my cat Zinch died, which was... It was certainly awkward timing, and Zinch was my baby boy. As a matter of fact, I have him right here in an urn. He always sits with me at my computer desk. But anyway, I'm getting on a very depressing tangent, which I shouldn't. But they always have a dog. There was one they had for like 9 years. His name was Rock. He was a sheepdog, I think it was. Some sort of shepherd. He wasn't German shepherd. He was some sort of shepherd. And Rock was beautiful. Rock was a good boy. He died a couple of months back. I think it was... Actually, I think it might have been a year ago that Rocky died. And then they got another Great White Pyrenees, which they were very reluctant to get another dog. But this Great White Pyrenees, Scooter, he was abused a lot. And he's still a puppy. He's less than a year old, I think. And he was very scrawny when they met him. He was very much so underfed. We went up there at the end of April, and he was, at that point, much more expanded. He's a big boy, and Scooter is just unbelievably desperate for attention. He just loves being loved on, and he has massive separation anxiety to the point where my grandparents can't really go out and do stuff together too much because Scooter will get like super depressed. Like they go to the casinos a lot. They go and have their fun. But yeah, I just went on this whole tangent about my grandparents, all because of something having to do with the military. I think it was. Let's see. I don't know how the military concept got up. I really don't know how that got up. Oh well. If it works, it works. We had a conversation. Let's see. Alright. Dead. Wait, what? Why is it doing that? Let's see. Why did it stop? He's not supposed to stop. It reminds you of some of the old games. As a matter of fact, this game is meant to be not only this big RPG game, which I'm still like mapping out all the dungeons for, but it is an homage to the old RPG and adventure games I grew up with. Primarily Baldur's Gate, Dark Alliance. What is it? The original Diablo. I played a little bit of that whenever I was a kid. Really little, and by I played it a little, I mean my dad left it open once on the computer with his friend Dwayne, and I ran around and got my dad killed. Got my dad's character killed, I should say. And of course, RuneScape. RuneScape is a very important game to me. I play it at least once or twice a week whenever I have time. Been playing it since I was 12, and that's 21 years at this point. Now my question for this is, why is he still going down in his interval? I don't get why this is acting the way it is. Let me scratch this. Maybe it has something to do with his animations. Let's see. Yeah, those are all like classics. They're my jam 100%. Let's see. Why is he taking forever? I gotta remove that. Close tab. Window. Animation, animator. There we go. Why is it doing that? See, I'm his target. Oh, you more than likely are older than me. I'm 33 years old. I always loved classic games myself. Always loved them. Well, no wonder. It's got his target set to null. Let's see. Let's see. But this isn't right. Been playing since the beginning. Oh, you're 50? I applaud you for being your age group and still being into gaming. Most people who are in their 50s usually aren't. I mean, gaming is something that usually was like reserved for kids in the early days of gaming. So, because they were very arcadey and, you know, kids were into arcade games. Now they're very much so any age group, any demographic group. And I love that. I love that. That means more people are into gaming and into the gaming community than anything else. So, you know, I applaud you for being in your age group and still being part of the gaming community. So that's a real big boon to the gaming community as it is. Why is his thing not set? Let's see. If hit.transform targeted equals false. Let's go to enemy movement. Maybe it has something to do with that. Is there a timer? Turn speed, attack distance, priority number. Some people accuse you of being a grown-up by your age group. I get that joke. Whenever I say I need an adult, I have to realize I am the adult. If enemy stance is greater than 0, if enemy combat target equals no, float.distance, yada da 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 da. Why this is being the way that it is. Why the hell is it suddenly oh, I see it. Wait till he dies. I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. Okay. I understand. I understand now. I got it. I'm dumb. Okay. So let's go up to here. Target equals null. Let's see. Let's go to update here. Engaged. It's going to be an enemy movement. Let's see. And okay. FMGR dot. Oops, shit. I got a headache for some reason. It just started hitting. God damn it! Stop it. Target. Let's see. I probably have to go all the way up to here. P stats dot FMGR dot F is dead FH. Huh? Dot. This is interesting. Let's put it to here. Let's do follower stats. Or we can just do it over here. Let's go to follower manager. Simple. I'm dumb. I'm really dumb sometimes. Let's go right to here. Public follower stats. F stats. Whoops. I double space it. Oh, my spacebar is stuck. Holy shit. There we go. That was interesting. My spacebar was stuck for reasons beyond my comprehension. I'm done. F stats equals get components. Follower stats. Oops. The hell? Interesting. That was dumb. I think you should take the XY quotation and reduce pi to the square root of 6 giggity what? I thought you were being drop dead serious, and then I saw quotient, and I'm like, wait a minute. That's never a word I've heard here. It's like, what the hell's, man? It's all Greek to you? It's all Greek to you? I got you. Once you get into game development and you mess around with the idea of coding, like, everything becomes second nature. Everything becomes second. God damn it! Stop with that. I keep getting TikTok notifications. Not that I don't like TikTok. I use it for my skating stuff, but once you start learning, you get fucking addicted. Like, really fast, you get addicted to it. I do this every single day. At least for some stretch of time every day. With my nephew off of school on his summer break, I'm going to be skating a lot more. So I won't be doing this as often. I'll still be doing it on Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at the bare minimum. But I don't think I'll be doing this every day. I still work on my project every day. Like, I go to work, and on all of my breaks, I'm always either painting my Warhammer stuff or I'm working on my project. Skateboarding. Not ice skating or rollerblading. We go skateboarding. As a matter of fact, I have one of my boards that one of my decks that I used before. Hold on, let me go grab it. It's right over here. There we are. Let me set it down so I can get my headphones and everything back on. A deck is the wooden part of the board, by the way. It's not the whole deal. But I have a new one, and it's in the car. Him and I use it to go skating. This is my old one. I've got the green. This is probably not going to show up on this. Wow, it actually does. Holy shit. But this is my grip. I got two different grips because the green sheet he had didn't go all the way to the bottom. So I got mostly green, and I wanted it to be green. And then the rest of it's black. This is basically to mark the tail. And this is the underside. You can tell I have ripped this thing up quite a bit. I prefer to skate Alien Workshop, but this is a Thrasher Alien Workshop collab that they did a good number of years back. I ripped this thing up. It's not nearly as ripped up as one of my previous decks. It was a girl brand deck, and I wore the shit out of that thing. My current... I like Alien Workshop, not because I think they're like the best of the best, but it's more an homage to my cousin. My cousin died a couple of years ago, about 4 or 5 years ago, I think it was 5 years ago. He died from heroin overdose. He became addicted to heroin about 10, 12 years ago. I think it's 12 years ago. 13 years ago. He got into a bad car accident that he pretty much went through the windshield and peeled back this part of his face. And he had this scar going down after he got that fixed, but they gave him opioid painkillers, and it just went downhill from there. Since then, he got addicted to it, got my other cousin addicted to it, or maybe it was the reverse way around. I'm getting both stories. But he got addicted to it then, and then he died about 10 years later from an overdose. The reason I bring that up is because whenever I was a teenager, I used to skateboard all the time. I was never particularly good. I can do more now than I could ever do as a teenager, but I'm still nothing special. I still have fun though. Me and my nephew still do it a lot. But the first skateboard I ever got was one that my cousin gave to me, and it was an Alien Workshop. So I don't skate Alien Workshop because I think they're the best of the best, even though they're actually really, really good. But I skate Alien Workshop as an homage to him. And the reason I got the green grip tape was because the deck he gave me, the first skateboard he gave me, had green grip tape. So I skate Alien Workshop as a sort of homage to my cousin who got me into it, and the fact that he was my... As it always is said, your cousin is often your first best friend. They picked on me from time to time, even though he was younger than me. But he got me into skateboarding like hardcore. I had always wanted to try it, but he actually got me to be part of it. So he got me a Alien Workshop, and because of that, I skate Alien Workshop now. But it's my preferred brand. I love it. So I plan on hanging that... Well, actually, I plan on actually hooking that one back up and using it because it's a bit wider than my current one, and I got big-ass feet. Why is the Innovate Company... Oh, I'm late on my car payment. I forgot. But it doesn't technically count as late till the 4th. To the 5th. But yeah, I skate Alien Workshop because it's an homage to my cousin. My nephew skates Zero because he played Tony Hawk's Underground and went for the Zero team, and since then he just loved it. His deck is completely black with a single Zero skull, which, if you want an idea for what the Zero skull looks like, if you've ever seen the Toy Story movies, that skull that's on Sid's chest, that's Zero. So Sid is a skateboarder. Let me get back into this nonsense. That's right, I gotta do the and. This is an incredibly inefficient way to do it, but who gives a flying fuck? But yeah, I got this one. This was actually like my first custom complete. A complete deck is whenever it comes with the deck, the grip, the hardware, which is the nuts and bolts, the trucks, which are the things that hold which is the big metal thing that holds the wheels, obviously, and the bearings. This I had a complete before from 17th Street, which they make and sell completes with their brand. Each store pretty much has their logo brand deck. And I got that for like $80. This one I built from the ground up. It had, obviously, the Alien Workshop deck, Jessup grip tape, 2 different kinds, but he let me grip it for free because the guy is awesome. And it was Indy trucks with Reds bearings and Bones wheels, and it cost me damn near $200. And for the longest time, I didn't skate it because I didn't want to ruin the graphic underneath, which was a satanic alien devil goat priest. So I was like, oh, it's awesome. I haven't seen Toy Story 4, I think, the recent one. I haven't seen that one yet. I haven't seen any of the ones in the past couple of years, but I'd love to. Alright, so let's do save all. Let's go to this. Alrighty. Alrighty, let's go. That is a Snapchat, which I don't do Snapchat other than for my D&D group. So I don't know why. You have to go do a few things to get ready for your stream. I love it, man. I love talking to people on my stream. I don't usually get a whole lot of people watching. Usually averages out to like 4 or 5 and then like 10 on good days. But I would rather have those 10 people and talk around and chit-chat with people than have 100 people and be absolutely quiet, you know? So I love it when you guys hang around, when you chit-chat. I love that. Even though it completely distracts me from what I'm doing. But I love it. I'll see. Are you going to be streaming on Thursday, mayhaps? Because if you are, I'll try to catch your stream, because I'm not doing anything until about 5 p.m. my time, so I don't know, 12 p.m. your time, I guess? If you are, whenever you go live, I'll get a notification, so whenever that happens, if I'm not in the middle of something, I will click on and do your stream. And speak of the devil, as soon as I mention my D&D Snapchat group, I get messages from them. Let me see what meme Alex has sent us today. Awkward time to pause, but I won't be there this Thursday. The girls have their school graduate. Okay. You take care too, Conan. And first off, love the name. Always love the name. And I'll see you whenever I see you, man. It's good talking to you again, man. Let's see if this works. Once we get this working, I'm going to stop and get something to eat. I'm just going to step up and heat up a brownie cup. Because it's been about an hour. Eat a brownie cup, my ass. Let's eat a ramen cup. How do you get brownie out of that? Jesus, Facebook. Let's see the skeleton kick his ass. Let's move up to here. There we go. Oh wait, let's try that again because she disappeared almost immediately, and almost immediately whenever I got close. So let's see. Let's watch. Alrighty. So let me get close. Then she dies, and then we try this out again. Alright. Wait a minute. That's not supposed to be that way. That's weird. I'm gonna go up next to him and stand kind of close, but not right next to him. Excuse me. Right to about here will do. Well, no, right to here. Good, good, good. That actually does work the way it's supposed to. Excuse me. Alright, that seems to be good. Let's save all that nonsense. And then we're going to take a quick break for lunch. So I will be back in a little while.